Hello there, this is Leman Russ 80. Today I thought I would talk about my new deck that I've built for Leman Russ. I've had some success with it, as you can see. Okay, the last few games have been a little bit dodgy, but other than that, certainly more consistent than what I had before, which was sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10 losses in a row for whatever reason. Luck of the draw. Anyway, this is what I have been building. I've decided to start using 2 abandoned supplies because it's always useful to have -2 off anything. That could be a Bailey on turn 3 on your next turn, or it could be your spear on the turn after that on energy 4. And of course my slayers. These guys. No Leman Russ decks should be without these. They have low attack, but that's not the point of them. Because with a Leman Russ deck, you're constantly attacking. You should be constantly attacking. Therefore, this is constantly taking 1 health off the Warlord every time you attack, even if you're not directly attacking the Warlord, which is better than these guys. These guys are okay. They hit for 5 damage, but they hit a random enemy. It's not that good. I mean, if they only have one thing in the board, okay, you're definitely going to hit the Warlord, but other than that, always choose these guys if you can. Naturally. Stalker Squad, brilliant. Every deck should have these. Every Leman Russ deck should have 2 of them if possible. And Wolfclaw. I didn't have Wolfclaw in my old deck, but I've come to the conclusion that with the amount of damage that they can output combined with anything, you'd be insane not to have them in a Leman Russ deck. And Goldstone Hunters. The Goldstone Hunters are good because if you have something in the field, you can do an extra quick 3 damage, which is sort of self-explanatory. It's a great way of getting some burst damage and done. And occasionally they will win you the game. Bailey speaks for himself. He is a god, a beast. I have seen people quit the second he's been put down. The Slayers, same thing. You should be constantly attacking with Leman, and your Slayers can win you a game just as quickly as Bailey if you have enough things in the field. Now, Jorgen is, in my opinion, one of the best front lines in the game. He has ward, a decent amount of health, and a decent attack. Another thing that you should always have in your Leman Russ deck. And Spear. Spear plus 1 attack, stun. If you can get that in your deck, add it. It's an absolute essential. It's won me so many games, it's scary. This guy speaks for itself. It'll protect you against most tactics if it's a random one. there's not much you can do. But it will protect you from direct tactics, which is very handy for when you're fighting knights. I mean, knights can sometimes do the flamethrower and then act again, and flamethrower for 8 damage, which kills them, but there's not much you can do against that, unfortunately. These guys are always great, especially with coming up to turn 6. If they drop something that's quite big, you can use them, and it's usually going to take out 70 to 80% of anything that they put down. Another requirement. I only have one of these because that's all I really need. I haven't seen a need to have 2 of them. I mean, I've seen me playing games where the person's had 2 of them on the field and I've still won. You only need one. Now, let's see what else we've got. Information network. You always need that. That's good for defenders of Caliban. It's good for Raven Guard. It's good for if you're fighting Conrad at the end and he manages to stealth, then you should usually try and keep that for 10 energy. Then you can take that off him and possibly kill him if you're lucky. Let's see, who else do we have? Vorax. The Vorax are great flanks. 2 attacks, and I prefer them rather than, where are these guys? I used to use these, but if you've got Vorax, use 2 Vorax instead. It's great. Now, I have only one defense satellite, which again is good for defenders of Caliban. It can be good against Death Guard, believe it or not, especially if they drop the one. I don't know what it's called. It's like 3 front lines with 1 attack and 4 health, which will which can sometimes knock out all of them, one of them, none of them. It's a little bit RNG there. Now the next one is important. Mortar shot strike. Now I was forced to add this in because of knights. There's no other way about it. It also conveniently helps you fight Angron. So it's a bonus. And Fenrazi and Wolves. The Wolves are great. They can do a high amount of damage, or if you're stuck and they have a high target, high damage unit out, use the one that stuns it, save the other one, and then you can possibly kill the warlord with the one that's on high damage. I've seen it work a few times, but other than that, I mean, cards like this, they look nice, but don't use them. It looks good, but it's not going to get you anywhere in the long run. I have seen people using them. It's their prerogative. I mean, this matched with this is brilliant, but again, you have to get the right cards. You have to get lucky to get it. Whereas I have decided to go for a Remembrancer order. It seems to surprise people. People seem to have forgot that this card's in the game, and I've seen it help me win games against Araman, who will use his Ankh. Then I'll just take a copy of it, and close to the end of the game, I'll use it and kill him. It's free damage for me. And I think that's about it. You could use this guy, I guess. If you're just starting out, you could use him, but I would use it with the combo of, where is he? Thrill of the Hunt. If you've got if you've just got a basic deck, make sure you've got 2 Thrill of the Hunt. Make sure you've got 2 of them, or make sure you've got Escape Vents. All of this will help his survivability. Now, this guy's okay, but I'm never going to use him. I mean, I know some people have used him, but personally, I always try and go for the highest amount of damage output as possible. So, having him is not much use to me. But what you really should be hoping for with the Leman deck is doing combinations of either Stalker, Wolfclaw, this, Wolfclaw. So if you get him out and him out, you're going to win a game. Generally speaking, if both of them are on full health and you're using Wolfclaw at the same time, you will win. The amount of damage it makes it worth it. Or be alive, Wolfclaw. But it can be tricky. Generally, what I would do is put BLI down and then the next turn use that. Or put him down and then use that. But don't forget, with this one here, it loses its +1 at the end of each turn, so that's why always use them after you've put these down. And I think that's about it, really. And then cards like this. And I guess for somebody like him, so useful. Maybe. And where is he? Him. If this card was cheaper, even the stats changed, it would fit perfectly with Leman. Although, to be honest, I think it might be a little bit overpowered, which is why it's up there. And I think that's me. Corpse 1, again, it's a great card, but hard resets. Hard remove. It's going to take it away. It's got no ward. It's pointless. And if you're getting up to 10 health, 10 energy, chances are you're either just about to die or you're just about to win. Especially with a Leman deck. I mean, I guess at push you could use supply lines and have that, which would get it out in turn 7. But you're still running the risk of having hard remove take it away. Unless you have him as well, which would protect it from hard remove. But again, if you're fighting someone like the Ultramarines, they've got something that has a hard remove that doesn't target, as far as I remember. These guys, again, on the surface they look good, but they're going to get taken out very, very quickly. And again, hard remove can take them away. If it had a ward, it'd be perfect, but because it doesn't, you don't want it. Same with these. It looks nice. If you've got nothing else and you're in Mars and low Terra, you can get away with it. But I wouldn't use it after 2,500. Well, 2,600. I wouldn't use this one. Same with this. After 2,600, most players are going to be experienced and they will have ways of getting rid of these guys. And I think if you don't have any good flanks, then I would advise using, where are they? The scouts. These guys. Absolutely brilliant. With your Leman deck. You start off stealth, so the only thing that's got, so chances are you are going to get a hit in with them. And the working combination with surprise, surprise, these guys. So you'll hit with Leman for 3 because of him. You'll hit with your scout for 2, and then you'll hit with Leman again for 3. That's maths. 3, 7 damage. It's pretty good. It can win you games. But I think that's me. I've rambled on enough. And I hope some of the new players find this useful. I mean, realistically, I ended up fighting Leman, I think it's 315 so much. I was basically forced to change my deck. That's one of the main reasons that I've had to adapt. I mean, don't be afraid to experiment with your cards. It's the only way to learn. I mean, I was bouncing back and forward between 3,700 and 4,000. Now I'm slowly creeping back up to 4,000 because of the deck change, which I'm happy about, but I mean, it's only a game, so it's not the end of the world. Anyway, this time I've rambled enough. I will see you on Tuesday, and I hope you had a great weekend.